My name is Anne, and this is Toby, and welcome to a Tobyknits Flosstube, episode 64. If you're new, you need to go get a cup of tea, probably a biscuit, might be a long one, because today we're talking about cross-stitch, which, as most of you all know by now, is my first love. Yes, I knit. Yes, I crochet. Yes, I quilt. At one time I scrapbooked, but cross-stitch has always been my number one relaxing, beautiful, stitchy craft. Oh, it's hot. So how have you all been? Have you had a lovely week since I've last seen you? Well, unless you saw me on Monday for the Tobyknits podcast. I've been super good. Let's see, what have we been up to? So last week was March break here in Canada, which meant that Tristan was off school all week. And so we took him for the day on Wednesday and we had a blast. We picked him up and we took him to McDonald's for breakfast, I think. Did we? No, we never. Where did we go? Did we go anywhere? Oh, I can't even remember now. I'm pretty sure we took him somewhere. Maybe it was Tim Hortons. I don't know. We went somewhere. And then we went into Ottawa and we went to this place called Bubblesea, which is this adventure playground for kids with tunnels and netting and slides and all that kind of stuff. And trampolines and a big room full of Lego, and oh my gosh, we had the best time. I'm actually not quite sure who had more fun, Tristan, Bob, hello Bob, or me. I was thrilled to bits in the Lego room. I mean, the Lego blocks were massive. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I did not do the slides. Thank you very much. After the episode in Nova Scotia, no, I was not doing one of them, but I did the trampoline and, crawled around all the other stuff. So needless to say, Thursday morning, I could hardly stand up straight. It was crazy. And then, what did we do on the weekend? We were really busy Friday. On the weekend, we went to see my brother-in-law in Gatineau, Greg, and met up with my other brother-in-law, who thinks Toby's his dog, aka Clint, as he calls him. And actually, he's the one who looks after Tobes when we go away. So I think he does a great job looking after him, I have to say, him and his wife, but he typically thinks that he's his dog and we're borrowing him, not the other way around. And he says it when he's strutting around Petawawa, he looks like Clint Eastwood, so that's why he got called Clint by them. I'm not really sure if that's totally true, but I don't know. He loves to torment me, my brother-in-law. He'll call me and he'll ask me, how's Clint? And I'm like, I don't know who that is, but I know who Toby is, if you want to know. But anyway. And so we did all that. We went out for dinner with them. It was a lot of fun. And Sunday was the start of F1, which was in Australia. And no, I wasn't getting up at midnight to watch it on the Saturday night. So I purposely did not look at the phone or anything because I knew it was getting replayed at 10 a.m. on Sky Sports. So I didn't watch any. I waited till then. So then, of course, I watched that for the whole 2.5 hours. Then it was the football, which we're not talking about because we played like rubbish and lost, obviously. My poison red. And then we were doing all kinds of stuff Sunday. It was just a crazy day. It really was. So, yeah, it's just been a really busy week. But I have managed to get quite a good bit of cross stitch done. So let me show you. Mondays, as you know, I stitch on, first of all, I need to show you my finished object because it just fell on the floor when I picked up my bag. And my finished object is this little chap. I finished my cute little rabbit. Isn't he cute? I did end up backstitching because the backstitch did actually make a difference, I thought. So I did backstitch him, and he does have a little magnet on the back for the fridge. Isn't he cute? So that is going to go in the box with the other 2 or 3 items that I've got that will go with me to Stitch North. I've decided not to do Tiny Tuesday anymore for a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. But first of all, let me get back to Mondays, which is New Start Mondays for the month. And the month of, if I can find it, the month of March is the Sewing Bee, which is from my Bothy Threads Advent Kit for this past year. And I'm really hoping to finish it this month. And here is where I was. I had just got the bottom section all done. And here's where I am now. So I got all this done last night, because today's Tuesday for me, and start of the bee. I was going to backstitch this before I started the bee, but there's like not really a lot more cross stitches to do, that I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do all the stitches and then backstitch at the end. So there is where I am at. It's super cute. And the plan, because I really wanted to finish this, so here again is the picture. So I have to finish off. Let's see if I can hold them both up together. Can you see that? Yes, I need to finish the bee off, which I feel like will take one evening, and then start the back stitch, which, as there's a lot, I feel like that's going to be two nights. So I feel like 3 nights I can finish that. So my plan is going to be not to do Tiny Tuesdays for the rest of this month, but on those nights work on the bee. So I'm going to stitch it again tonight, and then I've got 2 more Mondays and Tuesdays before the end of the month. So I really would like to get it finished by then. And I think I can if I just spend that little bit extra time on it. So that's what's going to happen. Then on, so obviously last Tuesday, Tiny Tuesday, I finished the rabbit. Wednesdays is Wheel Wednesday, and I let the wheel pick what's going to be on my Wednesday stitch. And it's usually the other projects that I have going in that month, in that week, sorry. So it would have been Sewing Bee, it would have been Rivelry and Family Tree, which are my WIPGOs. It would have been Sally, My First Holiday. I did last week take out Owl and Secret Grove to make it easier. And the wheel pulled up Sally for me. So Sally was my new start Monday in January. And that's what she looks like. She's a kit from Heritage Stitchcraft. My mom bought me this kit. Oh gosh, 2007, 2008 maybe. I can't even remember. Let's see, does this even have a date on it? No. But it was a long time ago, because my mom's been passed away now 10 years, so it's got to be 15 odd years at least. And I wanted to start it for a long time, but because it reminds me of my mom, it was really hard for me to open and start, because it's one of the last things she bought me. But anyway, now I'm over that. So here's where I was. And here is where I got to last Wednesday. I got to work on the top of the hat. I did a bit more of the flower, the darker colors, and started on the top of the hat. I feel like I'm going to go to the top and then work all the way down. I feel like that's how I'm going to do it. So this is really interesting stitching because there's no typical half stitches as we know it. The whole block is a half. You only stitch half the block, half the square, not either in a vertical or a horizontal way. So for example, these are actually half, see it's half the box. So it's a very interesting way of doing a half stitch, not the way I would normally do it, but it definitely gives that lovely curve and does the shaping much different than I'm used to, but it's very nice. So that was that. And the needle came off again into my piece of, this happens to me all the time, because I put the needle on the back, as you know. Thursdays is Little Owl, which is from Historical Sampler Company. Love this group of lovely ladies. And, well, it's all in a mess here. One moment while I get it out of the bag to show you. In fact, I'll show you a picture where I was at. I'm not really sure I got an awful lot done on this one. Let me move that there. But yeah, here's where I was. Oh, my little scissors came out. Don't you love these scissors? I really like these little scissors. A friend of mine gave them to me, and I really like them. So I did manage to, I did lots of little stuff. I managed to finish this whole block off, other than I think I have to put a white bit in the middle there, but I didn't use any white. I worked on more of these, and I finished this parts of the windows. So once I get the white to go in these parts, then that's when I'll add the white into that, because it's supposed to look like that. See, with the little whites around the edge. So, but it's coming on. I'm very nearly finished. I feel like this Thursday I will have finished this whole section, and then I'll be on to section 3. It's cute, isn't it? It's a really lovely stitch to work on. You can still get it. It's still available as a PDF. And it's, yeah, I really enjoy it. The colors, the symmetry of it, it's my cup of tea. But it's hard when you're only stitching it 1 day a week. But I have more to tell you about that shortly. Much more. Fridays is Secret Grove, and I love this one so much. And I've been watching a couple of other friends on YouTube that are stitching it, one of which is Alex of My Yarny Corner. She is right up to date. I am massively behind. Right, Alex? Massively behind. But I don't really care. It's not bothering me that I'm behind, just because I love stitching this. And I don't care if this takes me 2 years to stitch. I really am loving stitching it. I love the fabric it's on, the color of the fabric, the colors of the threads that the designer made, whose name has totally escaped me. But her company is called Needlelot Designs. And I just really am enjoying it and looking forward to ones that are coming, because I know the next, what am I on? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 released altogether. So I know what the next 3 are going to be, and I still am excited to get to them. It doesn't matter that I'm not the same as everybody else. I don't care. I really don't care. But here's where I was, and here's where I got to. So I wanted to come down and do his face. And so I went, I love jumping to an area to give me not so much an outline, but the next jumping off spot to where I really want to get to. And I really wanted to get down to the face, but I wanted to make sure the hat was there. So I worked on that to get myself over here, and isn't he gonna look lovely when he's done? He looks like a skeleton chipmunk right now. But yeah, isn't it? I just absolutely love this one. This is gonna look stunning, and it's long. It's gonna be long. Oh, that might look really nice in the hallway, right outside my bedroom door, because I have a long strip of a wall there. Woo! But yes, I'm really enjoying this, and so that is my Friday project. Then Saturday and Sunday, I do WIPGO. I'm on the WIPGO band because I have found when I went downstairs, when I brought everything up here from the basement where I used to have my craft room, but it was too cold and I needed to be upstairs and have the light in the window and look out. And so the only thing I really wish I had in here was a much more comfortable chair that I could actually sit in here and cross stitch. But there's not really room because I've got a table over there with my sewing machine on so I can look out the window because I'm nosy while I'm sewing. I have this table here, which is supposed to be the cutting table, but I could get rid of this table and maybe put a chair here. Oh, do you know what? I think I might. And then this is all the units here with the fabric, the cross stitch, and the knitting, because, you know, I do it all. I do it all. Yes. That might be an idea. I can't really put a table there because that's the designer wall where I put my blocks of fabric when I am making a quilt. It's been such a long time since I made a quilt. But again, there's not really room for a chair there. You'd have to kind of walk around. Anyway, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But I wouldn't mind having a nice chair in here. That would be nice. What was I saying? Don't know. Yeah, so Saturday and Sunday is WIPGO. I think that's where I was, wasn't I? It's awful when you forget what you're talking about. So oh, that's right, because I was bringing all my projects up from the basement, and I was embarrassed to see how many unfinished cross-stitch things I had, because when I got back in, I stopped stitching in like 2007, when my eyes started going wonky, and, you know, because I had never normally needed glasses to stitch. I only needed them for far away. And basically, I either looked underneath the rims of my glasses or took them off to stitch. But then when I turn like 45-ish, you know, your eyes start to change a bit, don't they? You know, as they do. And I was struggling to see, and like an idiot, I didn't think that I actually just needed maybe bifocals. So I stopped stitching, and I got more into knitting at that point. And this one went right on. So everything that I had worked on just got put in a box and stored in the basement. And then we moved, and the box moved with us and got stored in the basement. And then it was during COVID that I started getting into doing quilting, because I was watching Fat Quarter Shop, I think, something like that on YouTube. But she also cross-stitched. And so she got me hooked back into cross-stitch. But I was doing new things. Instead of getting out my old stuff to finish, I had started new stuff. So fast forward, what are we, 5 years now since COVID started? And I'm way back into my cross stitch. I found everything from the basement. So when WIPGO was announced, I thought, I'm doing WIPGO and I'm going to do all the old stuff. So Saturdays and Sundays, whatever the two numbers are, those are the 2 days I work on those projects. So the number for, the 2 numbers for March, one of them, I pulled out this. So this is Rivelry, and this was because I bought this, like, I'm pretty sure this was 2007, 2006. Both my boys at the time played hockey, and because they were teenagers, and Sean was a goalie and Andrew was a centerman, and which was a good thing, really, because there was no, they could practice with each other, and there was no fighting, and there was no, oh, I got more goals than you've got, and all that stuff, because one scored goals and one stopped him. So it worked out kind of well. There was no big fighting, which was nice. Now, this had been in my bag, as I said, for so long. It's a complete mess, the fabric. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I hope some of the parts will get covered up somehow, either by a frame or the tree. Where's that picture gone so I can show you the tree, the big tree here? Because I've only done so far this part of it. Here is a picture of where I was at with it. And here is where I am now. The other night, remember I told you last week I didn't even know I should have had blending filament and couldn't find it? Well, then I found it. So I don't know if you can see. I don't even know. I'm trying to make it so that you can see the blending filament, but it's all in, where is it? It's in here. I don't know if you can even see it. It's twinkling. No, I don't think you can, but I can see it. So there's all blending filament in there. And then I started on bringing this snow color. So I am just about ready now to backstitch the net and the dog, which I feel like I'll do next time, this weekend. Because I had to do all inside of here and the outer. I don't know, there might be some up here I have to do just before I can stitch that. Yeah, there's a little bit more blending filament to go in up here. I wish you could see that sparkling. Maybe if I do it that way. No, it's just not catching the light really, is it? But yeah, so it's cute, isn't it, really? I think it's going to be lovely when it's finished. And there's still such a lot in here I have to finish, and a whole area here I have to finish. But I want to get this bottom area done, and then I'll come up and then go over. But it's going to be super cute when it's done. So yeah, and I think I've got it in once or twice this year in the WIPGO. So it's not only going to just get this 1 month. I'm pretty sure I've got it in. I tried to put everything in 2 or 3 times so that, you know, and as I say, that I work on that every Saturday for the month of March. And there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Saturdays. So that's been good. And then Sunday I'm working on, which there's 5 of them. Oh, it's Mother's Day on the 30th of March in England. Yeah, they always have a different Mother's Day than us, which is kind of cool. At one time, my boys used to buy me 2 gifts. One for the British Mother's Day and then one for the Canadian. And I would send my mom 2 cards on Mother's Day too. Yeah, I just noticed that. So there's 5 Sundays. So on Sunday, I'm working on a dimensions kit, which is called Family Tree. And here is where I was last time you saw it. And here, let me just get this straight. I did not end up finishing the bunny. I didn't want to, because he's finished. I needed to backstitch him. I didn't get a lot of time on this one on Sunday because, as you know, I was having a busy day. I just did that, which will be like this. So that was really all I worked on Sunday. Not really a lot, but yeah, I just need to finish the bunny off. But I decided I wanted to do this and then come down and do these leaves. I love deciding when I pick it up and look at it, where do I want to go? Where do I want to start next? What section do I want to work on? What color do I want to work on? You know what I mean? Do you get like that when you're stitching? Oh, I just love it. Yeah, I'll put that back in there. Okay, so I don't need this anymore because now we're going to talk about the other project that I'm working on that I'm not going to show you today. Yeah, I'm not showing you. But it's this one. And I started this last Friday during a live. If you missed it, go back and watch it. It's under the live tabs at the top on my YouTube channel. And this was a beautiful kit that I got from Cotton and Twine, which is part of Historical Sampler Company. And this was their February box. Their boxes are amazing. And I opened it and showed everybody what was in it. And then we started stitching. And what I want to do with this is my plan was to spend 1 hour a day stitching, either first thing in the morning or in the evening before I start my regular evening craft. 1 hour only, Monday to Friday. And then I can update you each Friday for the next 5 Fridays. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. For the next 5 Fridays, I can update you on my progress of doing 1 hour a day. And on this Friday, which is the 21st, will be the first time I show you what I've done throughout the week, and it'll be a stitch with me. It won't be live, it's recorded, but you can just pull out your stitching and I'll be working on this and talking and showing you my progress that has gone on over the week with the overhead camera. So yeah, so tune in on Friday for that. And next, I have another unboxing. So I got another box from them. Gosh, I just love these people so much. And it comes lovely. So I am going to show you what's in this box, because this is the Cotton and Twine March. Look at that bear. Isn't that lovely? And the owl and the fox, oh, and the flowers. And this is turned into a pillow. But I've been having to think about that. I think I want to turn it into a cross-stitch bag because it's rather cute. What do you think? Pillow or cross? What would you like me to make it? A pillow or a cross-stitch bag? So this is the kit, and in here we got, so this would be for the back of the pillow. So it's not very big, and it's not a big pillow, but I still think this would be cute as a cross-stitch bag. We also got in it, oh, wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. Oh my goodness, look at this needle minder. For crying out loud, is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Hello, my name's Bear. What's your name? Love that. Tea bag. This looks like a different tea bag from normally. They normally send it in a black, so I don't know if this is different. A different flavor. I don't know. We got, you can guess who thinks he's getting these because he actually was here when I opened this parcel. And he thought they were his. And I said, no, 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 Tristan, they're not yours. They're very likely Papa's because he loves gummy stuff. But I don't know. We might share. Probably not. But he did get that big chocolate coin and ate it in 5 minutes, let me tell you. Gold needle. Yes, it's in there. I couldn't see it for a minute. And this stuff, this is very pretty. Look how pretty that is. That would look lovely on a bag though, wouldn't it? Going around. Oh, stop it, Anne. And just the little cards, you can see where the cotton and twine boxes come from. and in here is, oh, they sent me linen. Lovely. Oh, this would be perfect then for a bag, wouldn't it really? Stop, Anne. It's supposed to be a pillow. So here's this beautiful fabric. Oh, look at that. And look at these colors. Do you just not get excited when you see colors and fabric? Oh man, I do. I do. So anyway, this came, so I'm very excited. When will I start this? I have not got a clue at the moment. At the moment, I don't know. I don't know. Let me tell you what I think my plans are going to be going forward. Because I'm getting way too many things to stitch and not enough time in the day. Because I also do the knitting business. Oh, before we go anywhere, we better do Wheel Wednesday for tomorrow. And see what it is we're going to work on tomorrow. What was that? Oh, my first holiday. Good, 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 good. So I'm going to write that in my book immediately. February. No. My first holiday. So that's what happens. Okay, so here's how my week is going to go. Last night was Monday and I did Sewing Bee as you saw. Tonight is Tuesday. I'm going to do Sewing Bee again. Wednesday, I'll have my first holiday. Owl on Thursday. Secret Grove Friday. And then, of course, Rivelry and Family Tree. That's my week. Next week will be pretty much the same other than the Wheel Wednesday. We'll let the wheel still pick. But here's what I'm thinking of. And tell me what you think of this. I'm kind of doing a little bit of this system in knitting because my knitting is getting to be that I've got that many whips and I keep finding myself leaning to one over the other. So here's my idea. I think I'm not going to do a new start in April. No, no, no. I'm not going to do Tiny Tuesday in April. No, no, no. I'm not going to do Wheel Wednesday in April. No, no, no. I'm not going to do the 2 SALs in April. No, no, no. I am doing WIPGO though. And you're thinking, what are you doing then if you're not doing any of the normal? Well, I am. Bear with me. Let me tell you. I've decided Monday to Friday will be one project. Saturday, Sunday will be WIPGO, and I'll still have my hour a day spring sampler. So that's 4 things I'll work on. But the main focus for the week will get a good chunk of work on it because I'm falling so far behind in my SALs. And I need to focus more on Sunny's birth sampler, which was February's New Start Monday. So I've picked 5 things because there's 5 weeks in April. Well, one of the weeks is only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I'll keep going Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, Friday with that week. So there's 5 weeks. So week 1, I'm hoping to start the Secret Garden from Historical Sample Company. It's their new stitch along. And I figure if I spend the whole week on that, I'll definitely get part 1 done. Because as you know, they're normally in 4 parts, right? So I'll definitely get part 1 done. I might have to, no, never mind. I think I know what I'm going to do. The second week of April, I'm actually going to Nova Scotia to see Sean. And so I'm going to take my first holiday, only that one, and spend the whole Monday to Friday on my first holiday. Saturday, Sunday will be whatever WIPGO is. The third week, I think I'm going to do Spring Grove. So, because there's a new one of Spring Grove coming out, part 9 or something. Or part 8, I don't even know. I'm that far behind, I don't even know anymore. So I really want to get a good chunk of that done Monday to Friday. The 4th week, I'll do Owl. And we might even get him finished, if you think about it. And then the final week, I want to do Sally, because she was my January's new start. So I'm not going to do any new starts till I finished one of those 3 new starts. She says, and then here she is telling you she's going to start the Secret Garden. What are you talking about, Anne? We don't know. We don't know. We're just going with what she's saying. Okay, fine. She changes her mind anyways all the time. I know she does. It doesn't matter. Just go with it. Okay? So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. And of course, I don't know yet what the 2 WIPGO numbers will be. So I'm going to try that for April and see what happens. I really like the days of the week where I know what I'm working on. But as I say, I'm falling behind so much in all of them that nothing's getting done. And then when the Easter one is finished, I will then revert one of the others, maybe Sally or something, and put her as the 1 hour a day, or the new Sal that's coming. Yeah, I'll do that one, Spring Garden. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think. There's just such a lot to talk about and plan. I love planning though. Do you like planning? I do. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, this week I've got myself sorted. I know what I'm doing. And I am now going to go and stitch. Well, I've got to edit first. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you have a fabulous week. And I will see you all next Wednesday for another floss tube. Okay, bye.